gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car. I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
All right, a Fox 35 News exclusive. 9-year-old Jamaria Sessions was found dead back in June in Montverde. Fox 35 News first brought you the story then as deputies were trying to figure out how she died. And tonight, they say they have some tragic answers.
Deputies say this woman beat the little girl and instructed her dog to attack her. Fox 35's Marie Edinger joins us live now. So, Marie, this woman was the girlfriend of the young girl's dad?
Wow. Now, this is absolutely disturbing and disgusting. You have a black woman who is dating a brother, and she gets frustrated with the child. She then beats the child, then sicks her 100-pound RotWeiler on that young girl. Now, this is absolutely disgusting. And she killed this young lady. These super sister gremlins are on demon time.
That's exactly right. Deputies are calling this the worst case of abuse they have ever seen in Lake County. Jamaria Sessions had two grandmothers who she'd stayed with in the past, and we spoke exclusively with both of them today.
That's a baby. That's a baby. A beautiful little girl not gone.
Of a 9-year-old baby. 9.
9-year-old Jamaria Sessions was found dead in June. Now we know she was tortured and brutally beaten, allegedly by her father's girlfriend, Tyshael Martin.
This is the worst case of aggravated child abuse we've ever seen.
Martin's arrest affidavit says while her other kids watched, she sicked her 103-pound RotWeiler on Jamaria.
Wow. In front of the other kids, too. And here's the thing. RotWeilers can be very dangerous. I actually have a RotWeiler myself. He is 6 months old, and he's a great dog. He's a good dog, but the thing is, it really comes down to the way that you train them. He wouldn't hurt a human being at all, okay? I could take him anywhere with children, and he wouldn't move like that because you show him love through your actions, and then he emits that, right? And obviously you train them, but the fact that she sicked her 103-pound RotWeiler, and that's not even fully grown, they get up to about 130 pounds, but she sicked her dog on a child and had her other children watching. This is straight demonic behavior. You know, I hate it when people create violent dogs, because that's really what it is. They're creating violent dogs by the way that they train them and the way that they behave around them. And it's so sad because my RotWeiler, my dog, he has a love for mankind. And that is something that you do have to teach. And you can do it through training with treats and all this kind of stuff. But the fact that she is using this dog as a weapon against what is supposed to be a loved one is absolutely despicable.
Then kicked and beat her.
There was no reason to hurt my granddaughter.
The home was full of security cameras, which deputies say caught the attacks on video. In one video, Martin is heard saying, "I'm fixing to kill her," according to the affidavit.
The world needs to know evil when they see it, so her picture needs to be everywhere.
That's facts. And grandma is eating right now. She's spitting the truth. She's spitting the facts, and I appreciate her for that, because a lot of people just don't want to acknowledge the wicked-ish that's going down in the community. Now, you all know that we're an equal opportunity smoke giver over here. But there's a particular sickness that we have in the black community that must be addressed.
If I had the money, I would invest in a billboard in every state. So
the sheriff's office says that was far from the first instance of abuse. Martin is accused of beating her as a form of punishment and making her run with her hands above her head.
I don't have the words to describe it. It's unimaginable and completely inhumane.
So where was Jamaria's father? The sheriff's office says he left the home because he and Martin were fighting. His daughters have lived with each of their grandmothers in the past. Both told me today they want custody of the children. And now they want maximum punishment for the woman accused of killing their granddaughter.
You gotta explain to her sister what happened to her sister. She's not gonna understand that. She's only 6 years old.
the justice that she deserves is not what the state does.
Woo! So it sounds like grandma talking about capital punishment, and the state does administer that, but depending on which state this is in, that may not be an option.
No one else has been charged in this case, though the Lake County Sheriff's Office says the investigation is active and ongoing. Martin is being held on no bond. Live in Lake County, Marie Edinger, Fox 35.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Lake County authorities have arrested a woman in the murder of a 9-year-old girl.
That's right. Tyshael Martin was dating and at times living with the girl's father, but Martin is the only one charged. West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox has the disturbing details about this case.
No answer at this home in a middle-class neighborhood near Lake Apopka's North Shore, but the Lake County Sheriff's Office says inside, 9-year-old Jamaria Sessions was tortured, beaten, burned, bitten, and kicked until she died June 17th.
There's just really no way to wrap one's mind around this. When you read this type of abuse and this type of behavior, there's no answers. No matter what type of answers we get, it's not going to explain it. It's not going to account for it. It's just literally unfathomable.
I already have a private attorney.
You have a private attorney? Okay.
34-year-old Tyshael Martin has been arrested and charged with murder.
This woman is pure evil. And that's why y'all can't be bringing y'all kids around people who are not blood, honestly, and thoroughly vetted. I mean, you got a brother bringing his daughter around this wicked woman. A recipe for disaster. And it also happens the other way around, where you have single mothers bringing their children around strange men. And I have the same thing to say to them. And you think that it's difficult re-entering the dating space when you have children? Well, it is. And I think you should ultimately refrain from interacting or having your children interact with the people that you are dating and getting intimate if they're not their biological parent, unless you can really secure that that individual is good, vetted, thoroughly vetted. And sometimes that's just too difficult to do. You might as well just refrain from dating until, or seriously dating, and introducing your children to what could potentially be a wicked man or woman. You know, you should just refrain from dating.
She's the girlfriend of the child's father, who, so far, is not a suspect in this deadly abuse case. The girl attended Grassy Lake Elementary School with at least one of her siblings.
I talked with some of the neighbors here, and they didn't want to talk to us on camera, but they did say that it was not unusual for animal control and law enforcement to be here at this home.
The arrest affidavit reveals some answers. Security cameras in the home not only captured physical abuse, but at one point, Sessions being viciously attacked by the family pet, a 103-pound male RotWeiler, as Jamaria was just out of frame. However, Tyshael Martin could be seen holding the leash of the dog and is heard encouraging the dog to bite Jamaria Sessions as Jamaria laid on the floor.
Wow.
Detectives say the home security videos show constant abuse.
They got the act of Tyshael Martin severely, savagely beating Jamaria in the nights leading up to her death.
Martin is being held without bond pending her arraignment next month. In Lake County, Greg Fox, West 2 News.
West 2 News tried to speak with Jamaria Sessions' father, but he did not return our messages. Lake County authorities have arrested a woman in the murder of a 9-year-old girl.
That's right. Tyshael Martin was dating and at times living with the girl's father, but Martin is the only one charged. West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox has the disturbing details about this case.
No answer at this home in a middle-class neighborhood near Lake Apopka's North Shore, but the Lake County Sheriff's Office says inside, 9-year-old Jamaria Sessions was tortured, beaten, burned, bitten, and kicked until she died June 17th.
There's just really no way to wrap one's mind around this. When you read this type of abuse and this type of behavior, there's no answers. No matter what type of answers we get, it's not going to explain it. It's not going to account for it. It's just literally unfathomable.
I already have a private attorney.
You have a private attorney? Okay.
34-year-old Tyshael Martin has been arrested and charged with murder. She's the girlfriend of the child's father, who, so far, is not a suspect in this deadly abuse case. The girl attended Grassy Lake Elementary School with at least one of her siblings.
I talked with some of the neighbors here, and they didn't want to talk to us on camera, but they did say that it was not unusual for animal control and law enforcement to be here at this home.
The arrest affidavit reveals some answers. Security cameras in the home not only captured physical abuse, but at one point, Sessions being viciously attacked by the family pet, a 103-pound male RotWeiler, as Jamaria was just out of frame. However, Tyshael Martin could be seen holding the leash of the dog and is heard encouraging the dog to bite Jamaria Sessions as Jamaria laid on the floor.
Wow, and that's horrific. You have a big breed dog attacking a child. You know, Rottweilers, they have the bite force of a great white shark. So that's concerning. And this is what we are dealing with right now in the community. Okay? This is ridiculous. Right? It says the next clip showed Jamaria Sessions staggering nude and disheveled. Jamaria's hair, previously in a partial bun, was now messy, and her extensions were falling out of her hair. It appeared that the dog had bitten the child's head. I mean, what type of evil do you have to be to allow this to happen, to instruct what could be a beautiful animal, what could be a protective animal, what could be a protector, what an animal that has a love for mankind and the owner or master that feeds it. Seriously, I mean, I personally believe Rottweilers are beautiful dogs, and in the right hands, they can be great dogs for you, your family, your children, all that. But sadly, we have an irresponsible dog owner who has, one, you know, you have the young lady who is no longer with us in Jamaria. But then, two, that dog has to be put down too. So there are 2 lives lost in this situation. And Tyshael Martin is going to prison, hopefully for the rest of her life.
Detectives say the home security videos show constant abuse.
They got the act of Tyshael Martin severely, savagely beating Jamaria in the nights leading up to her death.
Martin is being held without bond pending her arraignment next month. In Lake County, Greg Fox, West 2 News.
West 2 News tried to speak with Jamaria Sessions' father, but he did not return our message.
So, and it is pretty concerning that the father isn't saying anything. I know he's probably distraught and they said there was current abuse going on at the house on the Ring camera, so maybe he's complicit. But it just goes to show how destructive the black household has become in many ways, and it's important that we take group accountability, group acknowledgement, address the issue, and try and come up with solutions to move forward, because these super sister gremlins are on demon time.
Messages.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car. I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.